Well, non-essential businesses in the city and across the province had to close as of midnight last night, but there are many important services that remain open. Workers are still stocking shelves at grocery stores and pharmacies. Staff remain at LCBO and beer stores, as well as convenience stores and telecommunication businesses. But what rights do they have during this pandemic? Joining us now is employment lawyer Lior Samfiru to answer some of your questions. We put out a call. Lior is going to answer them for us. Lior, let's start with this. Charlie is asking, if you're an essential worker and there's evidence of a COVID-19 case in your workplace, are you still obligated to be at work in that building because you're an essential worker?
If it's in the building, depending on the size of the building, you probably still have to be at work. If it's in the workplace, the immediate space where you're working, then you would not. That's the guidance that we're getting from the health authorities. If you're not sure, you do have the ability to refuse work that's unsafe. Even if you're not sure, that may allow the Ministry of Labor to come in and investigate whether your workplace is safe. So that's probably always a good place to go to at first instance.
Okay. Now, Summer is asking us too, does taking an unpaid leave of absence, as the company has said a worker can choose right now, will the worker qualify for that $2,000 that the government is offering of relief benefit right now?
So this is a brand new benefit just announced today, but the way it's worded, it appears to be quite broad, so that pretty much anyone affected financially by the virus will qualify. So the short answer right now is yes, absolutely. We're going to get more information in the coming days, but it appears to try to encompass as many people as possible. So it's a safe bet that you'll probably qualify.
Okay, again, some good information. Louise asking us, so there's seniors that receive CPP and OAS, but working part-time to supplement some of those benefits. They've been affected by reduced and eliminated hours. They're wondering if they can claim EI as otherwise ineligible applicants.
They would likely qualify for the new emergency benefit that was announced today. Again, because they're losing income, because their income is affected, so they may not get regular EI, but for the 4 months or for the 16 weeks, they should be able to get that $2,000 a month. And that applies to pretty much anyone that would otherwise not be eligible for EI because they don't have enough hours, or the job that they have is not one that they pay into EI. They should be able to qualify in this situation.
Okay. Jamie asking us, frontline healthcare workers saying that the ones that have an underlying respiratory issues like asthma, chronic bronchitis, should they be going to work as the odds of getting COVID-19 are higher than average?
They're at a higher risk. So the answer is no. At this point, the guidance that we're receiving, that those individuals that are at a higher risk should not be at work right now. You can always call and get guidance from health officials. But the advice that we're giving individuals, if you are in that higher risk category, if getting the virus for you may be more impactful than otherwise, you should not go home. You are impacted by the virus. You can still apply, as we understand it, for the benefits that are available. And I think that's the safest and the best advice.
Okay. And one more, too, here quickly, Lior, too, from Terry. If you're on a current sick claim benefits, what happens to that claim if it runs out or when there's no work to go back to?
Then your employer, if there's no work to go back to, your employer would have to pay you severance in that situation. And same with everyone that's been laid off temporarily. You can treat that potentially as severance. Otherwise, you may be able to transfer into the new emergency benefit if it's still available, if it's before October the 3rd. Those are the options available.
Okay, lots of good information. Lior Samfiru, thank you so much for joining us, for answering our questions. We really appreciate it.
My pleasure.